Okay, review. Here we go. Show what you know. We're doing all of the questions. Alrighty. So, first of all, we'll work on the first one. Okay. 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 All right. Here we go. So, oops. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So, okay. All right. So the pattern rule that relates the input to the output is divide by 5 and then subtract 1. They already begin by telling us that. Cool. Okay, we have to check out the data in the table, identify the output numbers that are incorrect. How do you know they're incorrect? Okay, 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Good. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. It's not 2. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Not 3. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 6 minus 1 should be 5. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 9 minus 1 is indeed 8. 50 divided by 5 is 10. 10 minus 1 is 9, not 11. Okay, so that's what we should have fixed for that one. Then it says we need to write the pattern rule for the input. Okay, so we're only writing the input. It did not ask what is the pattern that relates, right? Like they told us that relates the input to the output. So we have to make sure we're careful with what they're asking. We only want to know the pattern rule for the input, okay? So B would be start at 5, right? Increase by, we're going up by 5. Here they do something, I think they just missed part of it. We'll just say this actually isn't the best question. You're not going to get one like this on the show what you know. But anyway, it should be by adding 5 each time. Super. C. Write the pattern rule for the corrected output. Okay, so we're only looking at the output. Start at 0. Increase by adding 1 each time. There you go. Okay, and then D, it says write the next 4. Okie dokie. So we would have 55 and then 60, 65 and then 70. Okay, and remember we have divide by 5 and then we subtract by 1. So 55 divided by 5 is 11. 11 minus 1 is 10. And then we know that it's just increasing by 1 each time, right? So we don't even have to do the math. We can just go like this. Okay, easy. If they asked you, which hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, this will be a question on the show what you know later, is what if they said, what is the output when the input is, let's say, 200. Okay, so to do this, we need to figure out what the expression is. Okay, it's going to take you forever if you keep going down. That's not going to be the smartest thing to do. You need to figure out what the expression is. So remember, for the expression, this is where we have input would be I. So it's going to be the input divided by 5 minus 1, right? Because that's what they told us to do. Divide the input by 5 and then we subtract 1. So there you go. Input divided by 5, subtract 1. So if the input is 200, then I'm just going to use my expression. So 200 minus 5, divided by 5 minus 1. So 200 divided by 5, so we can take 20 divided by 5, which is 4, right? 4. But then we have 1 extra 0, so 40. 40 minus 1 is 39. Okay? So that would be my answer, would be 39. Okay? If they asked you the opposite, if they asked you what is the input when the output is the top of my head, 499. Okay, how would we do this? Well, it's gonna let me expand this thingy. Oh yeah, okay, right on, that was great. Okay, so this is, remember, where we have to work the opposite way through the machine, right? So we would do, rather than -1, we would do +1, then we would do times by 5, okay? So I'm gonna do 499 plus 1 is 500. 500 times 5 is, 5 times 5 is 25, add on 1, 2 zeros, 2,500, okay? So that would be the answer if they're asking you the input, if they give you the output, okay? So you have to be careful what they're asking for, right? Like here they told us the input, they told us what's on this side, so then we're working this way through the machine. But if they tell you the output, then you have to work the backwards way through the machine, okay? All right, those questions will be asked of you on the Show What You Know. So that's why I just wanted to go over that quickly with you. Okay, next. Alrighty, okay, so the table shows the input-output machine, identify the numbers in the machine. All right, so here we are. Okay, so we're checking how much we're going up by. This is our sneak, so we are adding 2, so we think that it's probably going to be times by 2, and then something else, okay? So 1 times 2 is 2. How do we get to 0? Well, we subtract 2. Let's double check if that works. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is, woohoo, 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. That's it, okay? Alrighty, next we have to say, so there we've done that one. Next one, write a pattern that relates the input to the output. Okay, I'm just gonna say this out loud, just save a little bit of time. So we start at 1, and then we are increasing by multiplying by 2 and then subtracting 2 each time. Okay, that would be the pattern rule. Next, choose 4 different input numbers, find the output. Oh, yeah, find the output. Okay, so you could choose any random numbers that you wanted to, because our expression is 2i minus 2. So any input numbers that you wanted to use, you could. Okay, so I'm not going to go over this one, but basically say that we had, I don't know, say we had 20, okay? Then we would have 2 times 20 minus 2. So 2 times 20 would be 40, minus 2 would be 38. Okay, so that would be one example. Next, predict the output when the input is 11. Okay, sure. I don't know why it does that weird erasing thing like that. Okay, so we have 2i minus 2, right? And they've told us that our input is 11. So 2 times 11 minus 2. 2 times 11 is 22. 22 minus 2 is 20. Okay, so I really hope you got that one right, because there is definitely going to be a question like that on the test. Okay, next. In a dog sled race, teams of 6 dogs race to the finish. Make a table to show the number of dogs in the race when 2 all the way to 6 teams are entered. Okay, write a pattern rule. Alrighty, sure thing. Okay. All right. Okay. Just gonna, if it'll let me work here. Okay, fine. Whatever. That's fine. Okay. So, alrighty. So we know. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Now we're set. Okay. So we have our table. Why on earth is it being weird for me today? There we go. Okay. So we have, all right, so it's telling us to show the number of dogs when certain number of teams are entered. Okay, so we have number of dogs, and then we have number of teams. Okay, we only want to know 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay, how many dogs would there be if there are 2 teams? Well, it says there's a team of 6 dogs. So one team has 6 dogs. So 2 teams would have 12 dogs. 18, 24, right? And then, whoop. And then 30, and then 36. Okay, alrighty, perfect. So that's that. And then it says write the pattern rule. Okie dokie. So I'm just, so now basically pattern rule, we need to figure out what's up here, right? So how do we get from here to here? Well, we know that we are doing plus 6. So I think it's going to be times by 6. Okay. And then anything else? Oh, you know what? That's it. Oh, that's an easy one. There isn't even 2 boxes, right? It's just multiply by 6. So it would be start at 2 and then increase by multiplying by 6 each time. That's it. Cool. That's it. Sweet. Write the expression. Okay, so it would be 6t, 6 dogs, and then t would represent the number of teams. That's just what I chose. Write the expression to find the number of dogs when there's 13 teams entered. Okay, so when there's 13 is my t, so 13, and then I go 6 times 13. Okay, so 6 times 13, 18, and then 7. So the answer would be 78. 78 dogs. There you go. Okay. Alrighty. That was it for that one. Okay, next one. Draw and label a coordinate grid. Okay. Alrighty. I guess I actually shouldn't have even done that. So we're just going to draw a grid instead. Okay. Here we go. Whoopsies. Okay. All right. So just quickly, I'm going to use my black thicker pen here. Okay. Remember here, this would always be the y-axis. This would be the x-axis. We always have our origin, which is 0. Okay. It must always start at 0. Some people were making a couple mistakes on that earlier. Okay, so then it says I need to plot each of them. I'm going to decide a scale. So I'm going to scan my values, and I'm noticing that one of my biggest values would be 30. Well, I'm not going to do 1, so I'm just going to do 5s. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, now remember the plane has to go off on the runway before it can take off, right? So I'm going to go across 10, then I'm going to take off 5. So across 10, take off 5A. Across 0, take off 20B. Across 20, take off 30. C. Across 0, take off 0. Cool. D at the origin. And then E, take off 30, go up none. There you go. Okay. All right. Hopefully we are good and excellent with that one. Okay. Next one. Dot paper to graph this. Okay. Then describe the relationship shown on the graph. Okay. All right. So I guess I actually shouldn't have even erased my last one. Oh well. Okay. Well, I'm just going to do kind of like the quick approach. This should be figure number, and then this would be number of shapes. Okay. Alrighty. So my figure number, I'm going to call across here. Remember, always we have to start at 0. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go up by, can I go up by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. All right, that's perfect. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That was lucky how that worked out. I could have even extended a little bit further if I wanted to. Okay, so figure number 1 has 4 shapes. Figure number 2 has 8 shapes. Figure number 3 has 12. Figure number 4 has 16. Remember the ordered pairs that we added in there. Okay, so hopefully we are good for that. And then it says, okay, so that's right. Okay, so we've done that. We've graphed it. Oh, to expand to the 6th figure. Okay, fine. So 5 and then 6. So we're going up by 4 each time, right? So 20 and then 24. Okay, there we go. Describe the relationship shown in the graph. So as the figure number increases by 1, the number of squares or shapes increases by 4, right? Because the difference between 4 and 8 is 4, okay? The next one is find the number of shapes in the 21st figure. Okie dokie. So that means I need to figure out my expression. So up here, what am I doing? I know my cheat is 4, so I think it's going to be times by 4. And then, oh, that's it. That's an easy one. It's just a one pattern one. Okay, fine. So then find the number of shapes in the 21st figure. Okay, so we have figure number 21. So we would do 4 times 21, right? So that is 84. There you go. That's your answer. Okay, nice. So yeah, my strategy was I used my expression. Okay, right on. Good stuff. Okay, delete. Perfect. Okay. Oh, commutative property. The stuff that we can't believe that's grade 6. Right on. So we just do the reverse, right? 3 times 24, and then this one would be like 93 plus 37. we're not even gonna do all these because they're like too easy. Okay, you just basically flip them. Okay, you don't have to do 7. That's a super weird question. I don't know why on earth they put that in there. It's just modeling it with counters, which is like, yeah, you just need to know how to do this stuff. Okay, and this actually isn't even that hard. So try to use a different operation. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're just solving. So we're gonna get b by itself. So the opposite function of times is multiply, is divide. So what we do to one side, we're gonna do to the other. So that gets rid of that. Then we're left with b equals 2, right? 8 divided by 4 is 2. This one, I don't even know why they asked you because they just give you the answer. We have to isolate the s, so we have to do, here's multiply, so we're gonna do the opposite function, which is divide by 6. Those are gone, so then we have s again equals 2. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Why on earth are they giving us the same thing all the time? And then we have to do again here, divide by 2, divide by 2. So those are gone, and then 4 divided by 2 is 2. So s equals 2. Okay, now, more importantly, is that you are coming to our review right away so that we can go over the solving the trickier questions, which was from the Edmodo yesterday.